Chancellor Angela Merkel's CDU party has a big decision to make. Who to nominate as the party's candidate for Chancellor at the next election. As the newly elected chair of the party, Armin Laschet should be a shoo-in to top the ticket. But he's languished in the polls, with almost 3/4 of Germans telling pollsters he's not a suitable choice. That's left an opening, one that the Premier of Bavaria, Markus Soeder, wants to fill. But as leader of the smaller regional CSU party, his nomination would be an unusual one.
It is significant that somebody from the CSU who wants to lead the country, who essentially wants to stand as candidate for the chancellery, is supported by the CDU. The CDU is the much larger party. The CDU is represented in most areas of Germany apart from Bavaria. The CSU is essentially a regional party that has a very strong footing in Bavaria, has been governing in Bavaria for over 40 years.
Party loyalty would ordinarily dictate that MPs from the CDU would stick by one of their own in Armin Laschet. But facing electoral pressures, it's expected a large chunk of the party could break with tradition and select Soeder to lead them.
Both the CDU and the CSU are running very low in the national polls. If we currently had an election, just say in the next few days, it's likely that they might even come second in terms of the overall votes behind the Greens. And that would mean the Greens emerge as the largest party and the Greens can actually claim the office of Chancellor.
The hit in the polls for the ruling Conservatives comes as Germany continues to struggle with the impact of the third wave of COVID-19. It's widely expected that tougher new lockdown measures could be just around the corner as Chancellor Merkel prepares to adapt laws to give her more power to manage the crisis. A decision on how harsh new lockdown measures could be will likely come later this week, as politicians negotiate how to pass the relevant legislation quickly through Parliament. But while the immediate priority for lawmakers remains lowering COVID-19 case numbers, the political impact of their decisions will likely be scrutinised more closely than ever, with voters heading to the polls in less than 6 months' time. Trent Murray, CGTN, Frankfurt.